Hi guys, I'm home and I don't want to be here. Honestly, I am fucking sick and tired of doing this stupid thing that I do, and I love it. I hate it now because I don't know why. I don't know. It worked all these years to get this far, to wonder fucking why did I do this? Why? Because we need to fucking do it once, right? You need to fucking have that house. You need to fucking have that car. You gotta have that man. You gotta have that woman. We gotta do it, right? We gotta do that thing. What the fuck thing is that? Who the fuck came up with the thing you did? Was it you? Or some fucking shit you heard? Was it like a dream? Did it come to you in a dream? Did your mama tell you to do it? I mean, what the fuck was your reason? Mine was, honestly, just childhood fucking problems and me wanting to fucking be the comeback kid who fucking had all the shit that I didn't when I grew up. Well, I got it. But honestly, it wasn't my dream. It was nobody's dream. I'm coming from a place of wanting to provide for a family I'm not even near. And I hate it. I don't even know. I don't want to be near most people hardly ever. Honestly, I don't. So maybe I'm fucking pissed because I actually fucking feel love. And I feel actual feeling. And I don't like it. But I love it. You know, I'm like... It's like I am the Grinch with the feelings. I don't know how to I don't know how to really honestly it's so much for me because it's such an opposite end of the radar for people that didn't get that type of love or care. So when you're dealing with somebody, you may not know these things about them, but you saw my family in the videos. If you guys look at my family and stuff, yeah, fuck you, but yeah, would you say to me? It's like, it's a lot of talking to each other, at each other. It's not with each other. We don't have communication or conversation. My brother is at home without me. And I'm here. And I really don't fucking care about it. And I wouldn't care. I wasn't I didn't care about going down there. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You guys know I fight with my family fucking more than I fucking ever do anything else. Other than work. So it was a surprise to me that honestly it went well, somewhat well. It didn't really go, I mean, there was a place that I went to avoid hell, basically. That's about it. And all of us were there. My sister, my mom, me, and my brother. Honestly, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you a bullshit ass story. If I do anything that offends you, I'm gonna basically own it, not volunteer conversation, and mind my own fucking business, knowing you don't like it. And whether you're where you should be with your own damn fucking self-respect or not, nobody should be waiting on the person they're staring at and analyzing and judging and getting angry at for a change. Because you're not God. So what you just said was a suggestion. Thank you. I fucking appreciate it. Truly, I really do. I'm sure everybody appreciates the fact that they have somebody in their life who is always there for them to remind them of honestly, you got the ones that are just like a genuine person, like, hey, Martha, you have a booger in your nose, or hey, make sure that you study a little bit better next time because, this is not okay as far as a test grade goes for you. And, I'm not going to be too hard on you, but I definitely expect more from you. It's just like, You got that light energy, you got the mild, you got the fucking heavy duty. So just you know your abilities to honestly fucking deal with any way somebody talks to you. You know if you can stand their tone of voice. The human body and brain makes its full decision on if it can even listen to you, if it likes you, if a job wants to hire you. They do a 15-minute paper scan, and within that 15-second, I apologize, but 15-second between scanning that, when you see them look down and you're still talking, that moment is your moment. So if you think your resume needs to be 2 pages long, literally, let's get to the point. I'm a get to the fucking point person. I don't care whatsoever one fucking bit, honestly. I don't need to hear. Okay, I am a personality type A. Personality type A can literally walk into any room and they instantly fucking see all the shit they're gonna fucking do and what the fuck they're gonna do and how they're gonna fucking do it, and it just fucking falls together and it works and it makes sense. Personality B will not absolutely start a fucking project until they've literally gotten the damn fucking exact directions in the correct form flawlessly. They will review it not only to you, but aloud and a couple more times. And it's fucking really hard for a person who's personality A to sit there and fucking stare at somebody. Oh, are you in our body? We're like, are you? Oh, it's like we're going through like this exorcism, and we want to we're start drooling from the mouth and slapping our own selves until we fucking KO. Because that is how annoying it can be for people like us. And what I've learned is since energy meets each other and it's matching up, that surprisingly, apparently we make that person who we fucking can't deal with feel the exact same way. Who would have known? Well, yeah, it makes sense because you manifest what you are. So that does not mean that you are going to be looking at somebody with the exact same problem. But what you're seeing here is that both of you have a situation going on. And when you talk or when you deal with it, it's fucking doing this. It's just not really fucking coming together. It's on the same level. It has potential, but yet where is this bond bit right here? What's going on? You lack a bond? What's going on there? Yeah, absolutely figured out. Every time we don't honestly speak on whatever the fuck it is that we feel, you literally disrespect yourself too. So if that person's disrespecting you and you're disrespecting you, honestly, that's a sinking ass feeling. Straight up, that's a sinking feeling for you. You know, I also learned to straight up, like, bro, how often, for one, do you honestly think, let's be honest here, how many times a day do any of you think, realistically, anyone, honestly, that you think about all the time, thinks of you and says, man, I was a POS. I really hurt that person. Let's be honest. How often? I'm guessing none. Because if they had that skill or that mentality, a natural person who made a mistake, they say fucking sorry instantly, dude. With empathy, and they're sad and they feel bad. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And you're just like, oh, and you just know, bro. And we're stoops, dude. We legit actually fucking fool ourselves into believing that, I don't know, maybe a lot of times when you're younger, we don't get it either. We're like, why are they calling me a cheater? And everyone's like, you should not put up with that girl. And you're like, well, you know, you don't really see the perfect nights that we share. Okay, you're all probably fucking getting fucking drunk or something. If you got some motherfucker out of nowhere, literally, oh, you're fucking cheating. Oh, like a fucking spaz. If your partner literally is pretty much under the use of anything, or you suspect so, yeah, absolutely. They start fights all the time. People that commit the crime start fight all the time. They fucking are weird, dude. They always be like, and I didn't know that. James did that. He was so crazy. He fucking, I mean, any car that drove by, it was bizarre. I mean, it was so crazy to hear somebody say. One time he even, out of nowhere in the middle of the night, asked me about sleeping with somebody named Jeremy up in the Lake Lenore Caves. I just actually passed those today, bro. That's quite a bit of a hike. But what, like, are you doing waking me up right now? Another time was Mario. I know. He was a dealer. James calls my mom, and he's so weird. He literally called my mom, and he's like, hey, I need to let you know, like, Tara's with Mario. No, I've never been with Mario, bro. Like, I'll tell you, I was with Chino, but literally not Mario, and me and Chino didn't even do it. I tried. I told him to pull over to the gas station. He was getting it on that Donkey Kong. I told you I want it whenever I want it. Anyways, he got all scared. He was like, is this the right place? You know, I'm like, come on, dude, come on. And I'm like, fuck my life, dude. It was whatever. It never even became. It never happened. So the closest I got to doing it with anybody at all, I don't even know when the fuck you're talking about. Who even knows, dude? Was it after Jeremy, or was it before? Or like, is this even the same week? Or whose baby is this, honey? Literally, bro. All over it. Bro, apparently James's family has a certain toe shape. They call it the Thomas toe. He looks at the feet of the twins when they're born. They don't have the Thomas toe. Okay, I've never heard of the Thomas toe, so I'm just scared from that. What is going on? What's the Thomas toe? Do they have my toe? Because I actually have a Dom toe, where I got a Dom toe. Maybe they have my toe, James. Oh, hell no. Because of the no Thomas toe, he can't even claim the kids until paternity has been taken. Oh, really? That's fine, bitch. Leave now out of my fucking face. As if any woman or man should ever fucking honestly have time to deal with that. And how pathetic are we? We take them back. We get these fucking sure signs. Feelings, doubts, emotions, events. We have talks. We're like, hey, honestly, babe, and then they treat you like butt cheek. And maybe that's your first talk. Maybe. Honestly, yeah. I mean, it happens all the time. We literally think we know somebody. And you don't know shit about nobody. Ever. Every fucking person you ever fucking knew, I had to take out a bitch I met, what? At least 15, 20 years ago. Today I'm the elder, and she was sitting down, and not in the chair, because I took both their chairs. And I fucking walked away with them, because they shouldn't have been on my land. You think that you can get by with your behavior? That's about all that happened tonight. And what, you're upset? That literally not everybody will tolerate that? No. See, the thing about being tolerated for your stuff, your behavior, your actions is, can you fucking take care of yourself? Do you have somewhere to go? Do you have a home? Do you have a job? Do you have a fucking life? Do you have anything that you're thinking about doing to fucking change it? Or are you just feeling it out? Or is it a sucker? Did your ex do it to you? You know, who fucking knows? All I know is it's just fucking constant work. Excuse me. It's just so much always work, and it's fine. I don't have no problem with working, but you know what I want to do is I want to work smarter and not harder. I'm not going to be waiting until I'm already suffering from what? Carpal tunnel, arthritis, nerve damage? No. I've been very active my whole life, and so I do feel like I get lucky as far as my shape of body goes. But it's time for me to start taking care of my inner health and self. My rest. I don't need shit, but I would love the opportunity to learn how to be more feminine, to enjoy my man. I don't have communication skills because I have always been fucking working. I was raised on a farm, and I've had my own place since I can remember, and I've never been married, and all I've done is date fucking men that were young and attractive, and honestly, we built whatever the fuck we built out of whatever the fucking time we had, and no. I wasted so much youth giving people second chances. 15 chances, 20 chances. Only a fucking idiot would not realize it's your fault. Yourself. How the fuck is it anybody else's fault that you fucking have had? You know what? If you want to see whose fault it is, if somebody be complaining, well, for one, it's fucking common sense. Like, if you hear somebody like tell you Nick over here was just a fucking insecure bastard and that's why you had to break up with him, and you hear them say the same shit about the next one. If you don't hear them say, honestly, I'm kind of a bitch, and I do not actually, I don't really, I mean, I feel bad, but I've realized that as I pay attention or even just like notice throughout the day, I haven't thought one fucking natural bit about what the fuck was just said to me, except for that apparently I upset this person, and so I have to change who I am when I'm around them to make them feel happier. No. I'll cut a loss. I'll take a loss. Because it doesn't make me fucking happy to be fake. I don't want to be fake. Yes, I can lower my voice. I can lower my tone. But there's military people out there too. And I think that I'm just, I'm a fucking strong woman, dude. And I'm so tired of people fucking honestly getting all crybaby and shit because what, I talk like a fucking boss? I do everything. I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, this is literally how I talk. You see it on here, and then you want to get with me, and you want fucking literally, all I needed from you was support. What are you doing, bitch? Fucking dweeb, dude. I cannot even deal with a fucking whiner. Literally. You know what would have happened to me as a child? I would have got fucking literally really injured. And then I would have been asked after crying about that, how it felt. And if I wanted something to fucking cry about, come fucking tell her again. She would fucking show me pain, bitch. And I like that, actually, because, you know, fucking how many people whine, bro? And you give them that little bit of attention? Oh, gosh, dude. Unfortunately, we all know how many people are pretty fucking stuck on medical bullshit. It's the one thing in the whole world that had everybody running, hiding. Medical. A medical claim, a medical diagnosis. I don't care. I could be the fucking person from the old days and I'd be like, sorry, kids. The doctor's 19 miles away and I lost the horse last night. And, it would be fucking, unless I was dying, I'd be delighted. But I don't actually teach my kids to go to the doctor unless if they want to, do your thing. My sister's super fucking doctor happy. Oh, she would go to the doctor for each and every one of us. Way too fucking happy. I have to force myself. I I'm a more natural person. And honestly, I trust myself and what I say because I think it and then I research it and I see what my thought was versus what the fuck the correct way is. And it's right so much. And I'm like, I just feel good. I feel confident in my own inner guidance. And you guys got to get to that point, dude. It's really noticeable. And I know a lot of people don't think it is. They say, oh, people are pathetic with their mouth, man. Why don't you use it for fucking something that matters? Straight up. Shut your literal. Please. Honestly, I don't mean to be rude, but I have zero interest in hearing a fucking... I don't know. For me, I actually almost feel like I'm dying. Like, it's like Tinkerbell when you're like, when you say the words that you're not supposed to say, it's like it's slowly killing me. And you keep talking. I'm dying. Literally. It hurts me to listen to your bitch ass. And I don't even know how the fuck you're still talking. Still telling me how I know. Bro, come on, dude, please. I just don't want you to be in a situation to have me fucking repeat this. Because that's what happens. I mean, I've never been married. Of course I want to be married. Have I stopped focusing on relationships and marriage? Yes. I want to be a different woman for my men. You know, they say these men, supposedly they want the girl I was with Zeke. I bet you do. The baker, the decorator. I had young kids. They had to Easter egg hunt. They wanted to see the decorations. Now my kids are grown teens almost. And they're just, things change, bro. And if you want me to be the homemaker baker, that's asking me to literally go back over a decade to a time when I already did great. I did that. I don't stay in the past. If you want that fucking chapter, go get yourself a fucking bitch that has no fucking kids. That's where that happens. I mean, there's a lot of joy. You have your fucking baby, and you're young, and you're fucking stoked, and you believe in everything that you guys are going to do, and God bless you. I hope you do. I really do. I hope everything works out for all of you, and I love you, and I do see. Like Danielle Carlton, shout out to her. Her and her man are so adorable. They were some of my clients from Regis when I first fucking started doing hair in 2012. She ended up becoming a stylist, and I mean, she's just perfect. She's so sweet, and her kids show happiness in their face. And James and Missy, you guys really worked it out. I'm really proud of you. It is possible, but it's fucking boring. It's gotta be. It's addicting, obviously. You're gonna be like, oh, I need to get... I mean, I've been there. I've already done it. I did it with Tori, I did it with James, did it with Edward, I did it with Chris. But slowly, each relationship, I did it different. And with Chris, he was really oddball, strange. Yeah, I still actually haven't found the exact mixture out there. But it was bullshit lie. It had to be. It didn't make sense. When they don't fucking make sense and their stupid stories are not adding up. There's a fucking reason, bitch. Your math is disorganized and this is not the correct answer. And since it's like you're giving your students a free day. And you say, all right, guys, today you're going to create a math problem. And you're going to explain how you came up with it. And how to solve it. And you let everybody just have open book. All choice kind of shit. Why is my nose running? Oh, I was crying. I'm the type of bitch that'll literally I'll cry and then be like, what's going on? And then I also will take dabs sometimes and then my throat will be smoked out and then I'm like, I think I'm getting sick. No, Tara. I'm funny like that. Get to know your fucking self. Ask yourself, does talking like a fucking truck driving dickhead sailor bother me? No, I love the word fucking. And I also love the physical activity. There's a lot of good that comes out of fucking. Look at all my beautiful children. And there's been a lot of times I said, fuck it. You know, fucking, hey, you fucking bitch. I'll say it any day, anytime, any motherfucking way. I like it. Say it out loud. Feel it. Fucking. I feel fucking good. When I say fucking, I feel so bad about myself. I wish I could stop saying fucking because other people told me to. I don't fucking care what you say about me, baby. Why don't you fucking mind your own business, and maybe you'd be a little bit more happy because you spent time on you. Girl, boy, you worth it. And I'm okay with it too. Honestly, I don't really care for all the attention you're giving to me. Now, that's very generous of you because honestly, I actually would never let somebody watch me as much as you do. Man, you're getting it for free. It's like you say you don't like me, but then you're fucking sitting there studying me. Studying. And it's like it's like an addicting fucking music video on MTV. And, I mean, it's on you. That's all, everything you do. Every person you allow into your space, your energy, is it fucking genuine? Is it real? I mean, even if somebody's a bitch, I'm fucking being genuinely bitchy. This is literally real. Like, I'm not fucking faking it. Like, so, I state these things because it's fair. I state what I say anyway, aside from that, because I am talking out loud. And I can do that to my camera, unlike my boyfriends. And I didn't ever think of that right now, but I already knew I, really enjoyed having a conversation. It's like, to me, over this last couple of years, I've been making blogs and videos so I get to interact with you guys. And I'm looking at a person. I don't see myself every day. I don't stare at me every day. So as far as I'm looking at, I'm just like, I know it's me. But to be honest, I would way rather fucking talk to my fucking camera and delete a video and be like, maybe we shouldn't post that. And actually be able to constructively criticize myself without your help. I don't need fucking anybody to tell me what the fuck to do. Not because I don't like it, not because I ain't trying it, not because I wouldn't listen, but because you guys like me right now for who I am. And if I get some random dude in my life, you're gonna notice that. I notice it. We all say, yeah, so I'm just I'm focusing on entertainment. I just got my business license and stuff. You know, I'm willing to do anything from lingerie all the way to whatever you want. So what are you thinking about doing with your time? And you have these conversations and they're like, yeah, babe, do you think if I hooked up with anybody realistically, literally they're gonna fucking narrate it? Yeah, right. Yeah, oh yeah? Dude, I've been looking for an agent, partner, business partner, whatever you want to call it, literally for at least 4 years. Dude, to this day, every one of my people, they end up actually legit falling in love with who I am. I tell them, every fucking time, bro, before we get started, let's do this. I be honest with them. I tell them literally I'm a bitch. And I say honestly what I do, what I plan. I want to even be on it. I already told them what my plans are for my next business. And that literally has no business with a fucking dude telling me what the fuck to do. How the fuck am I supposed to travel and do sexy photo shoots, hopefully make a lot of money and be a superstar if I have fucking Mr. fucking literally clingy are you this or glue on your feet or face or body? What is going on? I can't seem to get you on. You're just hell no, bro. Honestly, back in the day, when I was literally had low self-esteem and I had too much time, free time in the day. How are you bored, bitch? I hate the fact that I have to go to work in the morning. I don't want to fucking go at all. But I have work to do. And so when you're texting anybody early in the morning and you're just like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm fucking going to work. You? Dumbest question ever, honestly. I don't care if people want to fucking say anything fucking anymore about men or women. I've learned about both, and I have learned that there's a lot of really fucking wonderful qualities in both of us. And if you feel like you went through an experience that hurt your feelings and you need to talk about it, do that. But don't be a fucking Amber Heard and a fucking Johnny Depp. You saw how playing a victim for her worked. She looks stupid. People made fun of the way she cried, bro. That's like the focal point. And when she sniffed her tears, they were like, did she just do YOLA? So go ahead and put yourself in situations to make people fucking either see what you're doing or question who you are. I mean, I get people spread rumors, but when you're freaking out about the same fucking shit all the time, or too much time has passed and no progress has been made, and you're talking about this goal and that goal and how you started at this time and that time, and oh, you don't even know, back in 1992, I had actually had my own business, but then I lost my license, and I was gonna go down there, but I rolled my ankle on Wednesday, and so they put me on bed rest. Oh. All right. Well, I do definitely hope to hear back from you after your next doctor's appointment, and I hope that they hope it heals well for you and get some rest by all means. And pathetic as fucking if you're gonna miss work. I've had multiple, 4 to be exact, in the last fucking year, broken ribs. I broke a fucking toe. I burnt fucking my entire top of hand with the Thanksgiving turkey fucking boiling ass water coming out of the stove. Big bubbles. Blisters covering my whole fucking hand. I don't ever miss work over an injury. So that for me personally, I'm also feeling, oh baby, where? Oh. Away from me, dude. I'll care for you because I like to. Not because you got in a habit of receiving it. Or because I fucking do it as a main job. I'm not a nurse. I don't even like to fucking touch the body. It sweats. It stinks if you don't know how to fucking correctly own a body. You may not groom yourself well. I mean, this goes both ways, but like, bro, I don't fuck with blood. I don't pop zits. Like, that's just gross. Like, fuck no, dude. I'm an artist. I'm a designer. I'm not the one who sits there and licks your fucking... Oh, no. I don't know. Get your sweat away from me. Get your stink away from me. Your wine away from me. I can cook. I can clean. But I literally, when I'm cooking, you best be in there literally just, I don't know, just pick me up. You're putting me on the counter and like, that kind of shit. It goes like that. And, I'm like, and you're like, and I'm like... Look at this guy. I really like it. Oh my gosh. That's how you do that. I don't fucking care about conversating. I can do it for a little bit, but I don't care. I've noticed my brain doesn't pay attention. I say what often because I have bad hearing. And I interrupt all the time because I feel as though I can see where this whole thing's going 2 or 3 or 4 words in. And so I'm just trying to interrupt because honestly, I'm trying to just help you move on to the next fucking thing. I know you're like, I'm trying to explain to you. Okay, honestly, if it was the only fucking thing you were going to say all day, I would let you fucking take up my time. But we all know here that everything you say You feel like you now have to explain to me. Because for some reason, you feel as though I have something to do, or anybody had anything to do with you being blocked on your path and progress. And if you're hearing anyone talking about who blocked them, or when, or where, or how, it was somebody else, this happened, and that's why blocked. Oh, yeah, and then fucking this fucking person didn't block. Yeah, they're always rude to me. It's like every time I go anywhere, it's like, I don't know, this always happens to me. Block. Ran out of gas again. Block. One chance. It's it. Forever. And those who mess with you and fuck you over after you've already spoke to them, number 2 warning, they want to go fuck with number 3? Out of the business. You can always love your people. But there comes a time when you ask yourself, who the fuck's abusing who? Because when you know somebody has been already guilty of doing something, and you decide that maybe they've changed or they can have another chance, and you get screwed over again, that's not. It's who they are. They never told you anything whatsoever that gave you any reason to really, truly fucking trust. Or what did they say? Did they show you that they've graduated a fucking center? Or did they speak to you? Did they just say, I'm gonna change, baby? You mean the world to me? That had nothing to do with what the fuck you were fighting about. You need an explanation as if you're in 5th grade and they told you to write a fucking 1 or 2 page report on a project. You need to know this person's mindset. Where are they coming from when they're saying they're sorry? Is it because you fucking asked them to? Did you literally have to get upset and ask this person to fucking tell you anything? Do they do it instantly, like when they notice it, when you notice it? If you're not in sync with being offended or offending each other, there's a problem there. Because when you become offended, if the other person does not notice that, just keep offending you fucking more from that point on. And if you and this person have not good communication, you're trying to, hey, okay, I got it. Hey, I get it. And they're like, you let me explain. No, I'm actually going to literally fight. I have anger management issues. Let these people know. I do. I'm actually going to tell that guy. I realize, like, I fucking have anger management, no doubt, issues. And I don't find myself at any time during the day thinking about, it doesn't come up naturally. It's not something natural that my brain ever says, like, hey, let's go work on this for an hour. But what I have at least come to terms with, you guys, is that I just want everybody to know that when I say sorry, I am sorry. Of course I'm sorry. I love you. I don't want to see anybody disappointed or sad in me. But I just want to bring it to your attention. Like, pay attention to, on the day that you became mad at this person, was it something that happened between the 2 of you? Did this person hear from another person something that was going on and bring the information to you and question you? And kind of go this way with this person and judge you and basically take back their friendship while they fucking decide if what this person said about you is legit or not? That's not okay. Who the fuck? No. Who the fuck does anybody think that they are to walk up to you, accuse you of something, walk away, and let you know that they're looking into it, and if you pass, we'll talk about it if you pass. Oh, really? Oh, is that fucking so? You think that you can literally just interrupt my day and disrespect me with a literal insecurity of your own? You just asked me if I did what? It happens all the time. People just ask some random stupid shit. They're accusing you. They're insecure, clearly. And it's like, I don't wait anymore before I bite their bitch ass head off, because I know what they're doing now. You know, honestly, maybe in the past, I had more patience with the program because I was learning it. I've learned it. And what I also notice when I'm talking to somebody, if they're going to change, do they ever own their behavior? Or is every talk you have with them, does it just end with this person explaining why everything they do happens the way it does? So that you're excusing yourself, or they call it explaining. I mean, explain why. So you're making an excuse? Because I didn't fucking ask you to tell me more. I'm fucking pissed. We're talking at a time later on in the day. So I thought about you earlier. You made me mad. So I had to be patient. Think about your dumb bitch ass through this period. Here we are together. I've waited all month now. All year now. We have waited. Waited. No, bro. Who the fuck are you waiting on? Oh, exactly. No. Our soul has been waiting. You know why you felt like you were waiting for somebody? It was your soul has been waiting for you to become one with your higher self. Right now you've been feeling like, I got big goals, I got big dreams, I got big purpose. You do. So get the fuck away from this 3D shit that thinks they can enter our life to it. It's the work we're doing. It's like Coyote Ugly, and it's literally in the contract. Like, hey, do you have any insecure or crazy people in your life that you're dealing with currently? Not to judge you, that's totally fine. We'll definitely hire you when you're done, because when you're here doing this new thing, the last thing you fucking need is dickweed coming from the past. For what? To kill your vibe? No. Love is not to be rushed. It's not to be literally just like, I never learned the value of myself, and I also never seen the options out there until I put myself through education, and I moved and I explored and I continue to learn. The internet's been a new thing for everybody. But the best way to gain love interests is to just be yourself, because it's so adorable. People have a beautiful, glowing, beautiful face when they're truly themselves. So it's just pretty. It's gorgeous to see a happy person from across the way just smiling and living in the moment. And unless they're looking in some way where people are staring at them hardcore, they look beautiful, no matter what their size. And they're not worried most of the time. They're just naturally beautiful. And it's gorgeous. And it's a part of women that has been pushed down. And it's a beautiful part of a woman that I want you to learn how to be again. I want to learn how to be again. I'm really great at laughing and providing, but I need to I need to work on my communication, and I need to figure out why I still don't feel comfortable letting people get close to me. And I feel vulnerable and feel like layers have shed away. I do feel like a brand new person today. I'm not happy coming back to this house. And I was in a good mood when I left. I feel like hey, Hazel, I love you. I don't want to go to Great Clips and just keep working and then coming home and just paying all the bills. I don't think it's very fair that a wonderful person like me just comes home and just does video reads, and I love it, of course. But didn't you see how happy my nieces and nephews were? Or, I mean, honestly, when I give my time to anyone, so I have my fat rolls trying to show you guys. It's like, hello, Sally. Leave me alone, Bert. Okay, but, no. I truly feel blessed to be myself through all of the good and all the bad. And I know that I am a lot of different things to view and to see and to hear and to do, and that I come from many different calm to fucking extreme states of personalities. That's why I'm not gonna just fucking sit there and just date whoever, bro, because I'm not gonna hurt people. I'm not gonna let people tell me it's no big deal and we can just do it. I tell people the truth, and I don't mean to make people fall for me, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So I just be honest, and a lot of people are gonna probably have a lot to say, but I am leaderless currently. I haven't really had a leader since Martin died, and I have had a leader my whole life. Well, Edward, I let lead me, but and Zeke and all of them, but I wasn't happy with somebody just taking all this greatness from me. And in my opinion, if you want your woman to cook and clean and fucking be a great fucking little housewife, make enough fucking money for her to have time to be a feminine. How the fuck? You're so pathetic having her women go to work every day, which is fine. I work every fucking day. I pay all my bills. So, I already did dig deep. And I thought I would love to fucking be more feminine. And why am I so hardcore? Well, I grew up on a farm when we were women. It was like a farm of women with one boy. We had no dad in the home. We had to do everything by ourselves, and we ran a farm. So we naturally turned into tomboys. I love Tonka trucks. I also love Barbies. I'm both. I don't have to fucking be anything, and I'm not doing anything fucking wrong because I'm not being what anybody tells me to be. I feel at this time in my life unstimulated but motivated, and I'm also patient. I absolutely will not go away. I won't even go halfway what I used to with anybody that I find out is just shady and faulty. Because all I can do is talk to you about your behavior. And for you, if anybody be fucking having a problem, you better say it before anybody else hears about it. Because you already done be fucking talking your shit and whining and bitching and changing your words around and acting like you fucking said this and you said that. And people tell stories so fucking bullshitty. They're liars. You get caught up in dumb shit. People are just pathetic. Honestly. Some people want to play games. And it's crazy. You know what? But that's one of our duties as a light worker, is to actually have to deal with the worst people on earth. We are the ones that come in and date the fucking psychopath, and vice versa. Because our challenge is to disrupt this person's dynamic and energy. God has chosen you guys together to make a change. If you cannot do that, surrender. And that doesn't mean surrender to a life that you never fucking wanted, thought of in your fucking ever heard about yesterday, and apparently now you're just doing it. Oh, wait. Is this an arranged marriage? Who fucking sent you, mate? There's no way my father agreed to this. You do what the fuck you want to do, Linda. Because if you don't live your dream, you'll be building somebody else's. So if you need a job, I'll be hiring. But I'd really like to see all of us be business owners, because we're literally learning how to do each and every one of these things together as we go. So search up titles, go in the search bar and just search up the word business, and my little thing, search up money, the word money. I mean, and if you do little simple code words of what you got on your mind, it'll pull up at least the reads that regard that. and narrow it down for you, you guys can follow me on TikTok under Pedalia Rose, YouTube Empress Unlimited, and Facebook Tara Dana. If you're a follower of mine from one of my YouTube or TikTok accounts and you hit me up on Facebook and I don't respond, shoot me a message on my inbox and let me know, hey, I'm one of your followers. You can tell me your fucking YouTube name or your TikTok name, and I will recognize who you are, and I will or I will not either allow you into my personal account. So I'm gonna get in the shower. I'm fucking tired and I have to fucking work. I'm probably gonna do a fucking another read. I don't even want to fucking literally go. I just want to sell the house, guys. And I just want to get a motorhome, and I just honestly want to enjoy literally the last few years with my kids before they turn 18. And I don't want this house. I don't think, I really do. I've never sold my house before. I've never sold a house before. Just like, it's worth 500 G's. I don't know. I just want to do it because I don't have any person in my life that I feel truly, like, honestly, like, understands me and what I want. And if they do, they don't approach me in a way where I fucking seem to fucking know who you are. I want to just fucking go swimming all of the time, and I want to be on the ocean, and I want to be in the forest, and I want to fucking do whatever I fucking want, and I don't want to have to work and provide for my fucking man for once in my fucking life. So when I say I want this fucking way, it's because I deserve it. I deserve to fucking relax on a cruise. If I want 10 fucking diamond necklaces margaritas, which I don't ask for, but if I wanted it, I'm going to set my standards higher and tell myself, why not try it? Why the fuck wouldn't? Why wouldn't you? Hello? Why do you not deserve diamond necklaces? They call us a fucking snob. They call us a brat because we want better, but they call us a trashy little because we didn't do better. Do you, bro? Do yourself the way you do everybody else. Talk to yourself that way. Quit, honestly, repeating your problems. Learn from it, bro. How many people have you fucking told the same problem to that honestly have either said something to you, offered you a solution, or don't even fucking want anything to do with you anymore over it? Because you made yourself super crystal clear. You were like, it's obvious when somebody's stuck in the past. If they're talking about a past event, they're caught up in a traumatic feeling, issue, situation. So you need to go do counseling or something? Do you need to go to a group meeting? Like, I'm not fucking your counselor. This year counseling for me, it doesn't consist of fucking paid. I'm not going to sit there and listen to somebody talk through our meeting. I need 1 to 3 word answers maximum, bro. I don't want all this shit whole story. I don't read the message. I'll never fucking read it. The only time I read it that long of a message is literally to show somebody how fucking long the message is. And ironically, somebody just like, oh, let's see what it said. Oh, you want to actually see what they say? Fucking these motherfuckers don't even fucking do what I tell them sometimes. I don't read the message that you said because it's fucking ridiculous. Nobody spends that much time ever talking that I ever want to fucking ever hear from. Anybody that spends that much time typing, you're either fucking on drugs, trying to fucking make your story sound believable, or you don't want to say how you really feel because you walk on eggshells and you don't want to make a man. So there's no good reason for it. Any normal person will just say, Tech 9. And you're fucking done. You drop mic. I want the drop mic shit. I mean, but when you drop that mic, bitch, you better have fucking been accountable before that. Do not try to say, oh yeah, well, it was because of what you did that I behaved that way. Well, that was a result of your behavior, honey. No? What? Oh, now you're mad at me. So whoop-de-whoop. I can't even fucking use your own method. Can't talk about why I'm upset. And I have to now hear about your feelings. And your dude. I have to practice every fucking part. I have to literally Google how to deal with that kind of feminine, whiny ass shit. And I have no absolute interest in dealing with anyone who is not on the same damn fucking page or mindset as me, and that has nothing to do with control. That is me telling anybody out there my expectations and interests. And it's allowing anybody to either eliminate themselves or approach. And that is all that you can ever do. After this moment, I'm pretty sure I feel bad when I don't. Sometimes I do talk, but the worst thing of all is honestly, sometimes I actually think I like somebody. Last night I thought I met, this guy hit me up, and I don't know, I saw him completely different. Sometimes I even was thinking about, how the shows were going and, what was going to happen if we made, more of, a fucking, actual, I liked this person because they worked at the comedy show. They're a comedian. And so I was picturing them, on stage, traveling. I like to be on stage. I want to do entertainment, too. And so that was, what I felt. And we had a great time, too. But, I love funny. There was a lot of great things, and so I paid attention to that. And I don't know where, it was just one of those fucking same damn things. I get a call, and it's all about, and we're not dating at all. It was more just I see everybody. I see all of you. I check you all out. I hear you. If I don't reach out back to you, well, for one, I do have 2 different sites available for people that I have a variety of content, to say the least. I don't blast it because I actually like you guys as friends. And I think it would be really, if you ever did find out what I was doing, if you ever found out my content name and you find me and you really wanted to be successful and you're from my fucking friends feed on Facebook, I would not tell me who the fuck you are until literally I met you on our first date, because there's a 99% chance I'm not going to do it, because I love my students and I love my coworkers and I love my friends on a different level. So I'm not the girl that's I'll fuck you if I want to fuck you. And I'm a fucking freak, but you're not going to just get to me. Your master plan shit is, I have a plan. Follow me. I didn't ask you what your plan was, babe. We're not making plans here. We have a meet and greet, and then we schedule a business and negotiations, which means how are we going to work together? Because that's what I want in my life. I want a business-oriented person that's either going to coach me on how to be a millionaire, or he just is so madly fucking in love with me that he wants me to fucking take great care of myself, health, and body, and wants me to relax And I do deserve it. I've never not worked my whole fucking life. And even when my boss hung himself and I found him, I had severe PTSD and I had no extra money or ability, nobody to borrow from, to take any time off. I never took maternity leaves because I didn't want to miss that paycheck. We could not do anything. We can't buy stuff when we need to repair things unless I'm always working. And what am I working for? Who? No, this is not the right thing right now, dude. I don't want to fucking host Airbnb and fucking do customer service every fucking day. No. So thank you guys for watching my videos. That's where I wish to go with this whole thing. I hope that we can continue to grow as a channel. And as I said, I do call myself Empress Unlimited for the reason of I am unlimited when it comes to content. You won't see me, I'm not doing any type of, porn. Like, I'm not doing that. I don't see the point in that. I'm more of an outfit girl. So you will see me on men. Well, okay, on, I'm going to backtrack really quick. I am open-minded to a variety of, well, okay, so how I work is literally what I do with you even. You're not going to say, hey, do you want to hook up? I want to talk to you about basically how we can exchange, like, skills. And I want both of us to be able to come out of this time spent together motivated, fine with our experience, happy with our experience. Like, I want you to be pleased and taken care of. Like, why are you doing it with anybody that is just selfish and doesn't even get you where you need to be? Cut that guy out, bro. Girl out. Like, if they literally can't even satisfy you, no, bro, because you know what? All you're going to want to do is get satisfied. And the only problem that you have with wanting that is that sometimes you don't mention it before they find out it happened. And then you get caught and you have a problem. Because you really do like this person, but they don't fucking satisfy you. And you don't maybe say it. And if you said it all the way, you say, babe, honestly, you do not satisfy me. I have not run off in a couple months. And I'm going to honestly get by, Joe over here. And they're going to say, no, you're not. I'm like, yeah, I am, babe. And I'm sorry that it has to be. And you can choose to do it however the fuck you want. But if you go and do it with Joe, and then you come back and you have the guilt and you have the blah, 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 and you say, sorry, that's not the fucking way it works. Because you're smart. And it is a very big test. It's very difficult to actually slice somebody out of your life with guarantee feeling like they're making the right fucking decision. And when it's for passion in the middle of a relationship, no, you gotta fuck beyond what you think is right. If you talk to anybody in the world and this was maybe regarding your sister, your best friend, or somebody you really love, and somebody came to you and said, I fucking met Marsha. I want to leave your sister. I want to be with Marsha. What the fuck? Who the fuck is Marsha? You wouldn't just sit there and fucking be like, oh yeah, that's great, Ricky. Oh my gosh. Yeah, go file the divorce papers. Oh yeah, that's so good for you guys. No, you're not gonna say that. You're gonna fucking flip the fuck out because that is completely bullshit. You clearly have been having these feelings for a long time now, and you've said nothing. So, those are things you have to look at. That person, and just like with you, you have the option to speak up with respect, with firmness, with boundaries, whatever it is that you desire. Use your voice. Speak up for yourself. Because honestly, some of y'all be hanging on to somebody else's fucking man or woman. And some of you guys are fucking sitting around some man or woman that's not for fucking you. And it's selfish of all of the people in the world to stay with people or try to fucking alter people. Change people, make them fucking feel like they're wrong. Like, what? How do you know this? Literally, like, what? No. So when you can't agree to disagree and leave it the fuck alone. And if it gets to the point where one person wants to still just fucking be all like, bro, you don't even have the, get the fuck away from me, dude. You're a table with 3 legs and you want to be Thanksgiving dinner table. I want that too for you. Someday I'm sure you can have that. Do you know where you put the leg? Basically, it'll be like their fucking shit, whole fucking mindset that is preventing them from forward movement. And you've already given a lot of energy, thought, and attention. You're not going to be able to help over time just feeling like you made a fucking mistake. Do it again. Usually you're going to do 1 to 3 of the same, similar ones. A little different, but mistake. Waste time. Played ya. How the fuck? Well, how about instead of being all butthurt, you figure out how to deal with the mystery, Scooby-Doo. And when you're done, you might get a treat.